Whew. It's been a long day, guys, and I apologize that I haven't had a lot of content out on this first day of the combine, and I'm headed back home now. I left out this morning, 14 hours ago, drove to Richmond and back, and have been taking care of some family business all day. So I'm way behind. I didn't realize I was going to be gone all day like I did, because I had planned on being on Game Time Brian's live stream and checking out the prospects and stuff from the combine here. But, sometimes other things are more important. Anyway, be that as it may, I got the highlights of Brian Schottenheimer, who's got his whole coaching staff there. The Cowboys entourage is big. They got everybody there. Special teams coach, offensive line coach, defensive line coaches. We got everybody that's there working with the players. Working with the prospects and the team. And it's kind of crazy that we're closing in on getting, allegedly, Osa Odighizuwa signed. It's funny because we have so many people here. It doesn't matter what the Cowboys do. Somebody's going to be mad. That's the fact of the life. That's the fact of the matter. I put out, while I was taking care of some stuff here, that they said that Osa Odighizuwa contract is getting close to being signed, about $21 million. And somebody came through and commented and said, "You don't know what you're talking about. They're talking about $20 million. 20 and some change." Really? Really? You know what? Kiss my high yellow ass, okay? Kiss my high yellow ass. I got a lot of people are saying, he's not worth that kind of money. It's too much money. Okay, you know what? It's not coming out your pocket, man. It's not coming out your pocket. The cap hit will probably be about $8 million for that thing, bro. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. At least we're trying to put a team together right now. The fact that the Dallas Cowboys are actually working on trying to put together a team and saying, you know what? The only defensive lineman we have right now is Mozzie. So let's go ahead and try and hold on to Osa Odighizuwa too. And we got people pissed. Sometimes, y'all, I don't know why I even bother. But listening to, and I'll have some more when I get back to the house. I think I'm hungry because I ain't eating all day. I'm hangry, and I ain't got a Snickers. But listening to the clips that we have of Brian Schottenheimer, and I want to listen to the whole thing. I have to say, Brian Schottenheimer, I would rather listen to him 100 times more than listening to Mike McCarthy. Seriously. I don't know why some people don't think that he can be a good coach. I think he's actually going to end up being an excellent coach. And if the Cowboys actually go through and support the guy, I think he's going to be successful. I really do. I know Michael Irvin has gone on and basically said we got no chance in hell, basically, or it'll be God will be the one that got us to win, not this guy. You know what? It's so funny to me when you always have people that think that because they're a name person that they're going to be great, or I'm waiting. Don't let Ben Johnson fail, okay? Because I'm going to be the first one to remind y'all, don't let Ben Johnson fail and Schottenheimer be good. Because all you mother humpers that are out here talking trash about Shotty and he ain't got a chance like he fell off the salad truck, you would think that he was Jeff Saturday. That's literally what people would think. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys hear the clips of him from the presser today. And I'm so happy that the Dallas Cowboys actually let him have this be his day. No Jerry, no Steven. This was Brian Schottenheimer coming out to the rest of the NFL. And I like Brian Schottenheimer.
He's been great. He's been an incredible sounding board. Again, competed with him for a long time. Think the world of him. I think you see and you watch the way our defense is going to play, the way they're going to run to the football, the way they're going to tackle. Talked about a little bit the commitment to owning the line of scrimmage. I think that was just an incredible hire for us, and one quite honestly that a lot of people were trying to get him, and we were able to get him, which is great for me, not just as a coach, but as a man. Kind of in the same stage of life. We're about to be empty nesters, my wife and I, and he is an empty nester, so we talk about that quite a bit as well. Well, I think again, that's a tough question, David. I can't answer that. Depends on what players you're talking about. Like I said, we're always going to start with our guys. We know them, right? We've got history with them. We've developed those guys. We understand their strengths, their weaknesses, what they bring to the table from a culture standpoint. So, again, it all depends on how things go. It's a very competitive business. It's a very competitive time of year. There's incredible dialogue going on all day, every day here in Indianapolis. I've learned that. And so I think that's the exciting part about this time of year is you really are competing with these other teams that want to come in and acquire your players. And we're going to make it very tough to let those guys leave. Yeah, honestly, it's been more about life. He and I love one another. We care about one another, just like I do all the guys, CD, and excited to get to know more of the defensive guys. I think I've got a great relationship with a bunch of the guys on defense as well. I would say most of my day is spent walking the halls, and getting a feel for the players. Like I talked about, seeing Tyler Guyton down the weight room, and bumping into Dono in the training room the other day. That's part of changing the culture, and that's part of letting these guys get to know me on a deeper level. But Dak and I talk about being dads and fatherhood, and there's been a little bit of just fun talk about scheme, but at this time of year we're not focused on that. We're focused on other things, and his rehab being one of them. He's kicking ass. He's doing great, and special man.
Ryan.
Running backs first.
Yes.
You want a guy that's got vision. You want a guy that has contact balance. The fronts that we're seeing, the fronts that we're facing, require guys to be able to make hidden yards, whether there's a free safety in the hole or there's a linebacker or a defensive lineman coming off at the point of attack. You got to have a guy that's willing to run through arm tackles. I do believe that you have to have the ability to catch the ball coming out of the backfield. Why do I say that? If a team wants to commit to stopping the run, there's ways that they can try to do that, and we don't want that to take an elite runner or a position like that out of the game. So if a team's doing a nice job stopping the running game, you want to be able to get them involved, throwing it to them. And that doesn't mean they have to play like a receiver, but they have to be able to run routes coming out of the backfield and have the ability to separate and run after the catch is important. Offensive lines, it's different. It's based on whether you're talking about the interior guys. Centers, guards are a little bit different. Tackles are a little bit different. But the thing that I'm interested in watching is the development of a couple of the second-year players. You watch Cooper Beebe, Tyler Guyton, those guys. Tyler Guyton's been in the weight room every day. He's working his ass off. And to me, that's really exciting. But I think the influence of Clayton, the influence of Connor Riley, I think that package was so important for us, and I think we hit a home run.
Could you
Question, Clarence. I think, this is something that I've done for a long time, which means spend the off season, the summer. My wife gets mad at me, but tracking coaches. I literally call guys in the business that I know and that I trust, and I'm like, hey, tell me somebody that maybe you think the world of, but that I've never heard of. And, it's such a close-knit fraternity that guys are happy to share good people with good people. I think there's 3 guys maybe that I've worked with before that weren't carryover guys. When you asked me initially how the staff was going to come together, did I think that would be the case? Probably not. But again, the guys that came in, I think we found great teachers. We found guys that were incredible people, and I have a real big belief in fundamentals. And so I think if you look at all the coaches that we've added, both young, old, the ability to train fundamentals in the developmental process of our players is critical.
Coach.
And one last thing, I know for a fact our players are going to feel the passion and energy of this staff. This staff is awesome, just in terms of the energy, the way they want to teach, the way they want to be on the grass. So I can't wait to see us get to work here in a couple months.
Date on that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ongoing conversations. Obviously, Osa has done a terrific job for us. He's a terrific young player. He does everything right, and as those communications keep going. It's never done till it's done, but he'd be a guy we'd love to have back.
I know.